Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Okay, I'm back with, about dropped something, with hashtag ABC April 2025, and I'm going to be doing G. I've decided to do grunge because, you know, I told you that I was going to kind of antique this a little bit. Now, let's hope this video gets placed on the right day, because I am 0 for 2 videos being placed on the right day. But anyways, what I wanted to do is just Mod Podge this first, and then we're going to collage, but I'm going to Mod Podge this. You may remember we did this. We put some vintage photo around each one of the little book pages. I used a French dictionary, and this is on an Amazon puffy envelope. Okay, so to get started, what I do is I put a little bit of coffee crystals. It's instant. It's very cheap. This one I got at Walmart, but I normally get it at Dollar Tree. I just happen to be at Walmart, and I'm trying to use this up because it takes, this thing takes so much room in my coffee dyeing bucket. What I need to do is just put all that in like a Ziploc and be done with it. Okay, so I put that in a container that you can wash out really good. And then I have warm water. You don't have to have warm water. It'll dissolve, but the warm water helps it dissolve quickly, and that's what I want. So I'm just putting enough in there to dissolve it. Now you just do it however you want as far as the color you want. I usually get it too dark. I mean, not intentionally. I don't want to add too much water because I don't want it to be too thin. But, so I'm going to try to get those, all those little crystals dissolved here. It's the weirdest thing because it says that it's 100% coffee, but it acts like it has some type of a corn syrup in it because it's very sticky. The instant coffee is very sticky and has a shine to it. So it's very interesting to me. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. So if you can see that, I've got it pretty well. Got a little bit in my brush here. I don't want it to glob on when I Mod Podge. Let me see if I can get that out in the trash here. I just want it to be kind of smooth. Okay, hold on a second. Stuck to my brush. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Then I have this baby powder. I have had this baby powder for I don't even know how long. It says pure cornstarch baby powder. I don't even know what that means because it has other stuff in it. But you can use just cornstarch. And I know somebody had put on my video before, and I just sprinkle some in. I'm going to say less than 2 tablespoons. Well, we'll see. That, you know, baby powder is not healthy for you, and I understand that. I don't want you to use it if you're afraid of that. I know that getting that, you know, a puff of talc in your lungs can't be really good, but I try to not do that. I try to contain it as much as I can, but, you know, it happens sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to put that in. I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to probably put a little bit more in here. And I use this to help with kind of a drying of the Mod Podge, and it also, it takes out, it makes it flatter. So I'm using a matte Mod Podge, but if you've ever used that, you know it's still shiny. But when you put the talc in, it helps it to not be sticky, you know, tacky when you touch it, or when you put like 2 pages together or whatever. Okay, so there we have that. Now I'm going to just pour a little Mod Podge. Now, like I said, I always make more than I need, so I'll probably put a lid over this and use it on everything and its brother today. It also is really great for like magazine pages if you want to kind of dull it down. It gives it a nice little thickness too. And one thing I've noticed with putting the talc in is that it doesn't ripple as bad. You know, it's not, it doesn't cause the wet to ripple as bad. Okay, so then it kind of gives it more like a creamy look. Now, again, depending on how much coffee to how much Mod Podge will give you the color, you know. So it's all a big gamble for me. I never know what it's going to turn out to be, but I can always add more coffee. So if I wanted it darker, I can. But that's pretty good for me. I like that color. Okay. And then I'm just going to paint it on. It's just going on just like Mod Podge. It's going to dry much quicker. But for the video, I might, if it's not dry pretty soon, I might go over it with my heat gun on low, just because I want to collage the front today too. So, okay. Goes on very nice, super smooth. I'm kind of going every which direction to begin with, just in case there's any loose ends of the paper poking up. Then I can catch it, you know, and glue it at the same time. And then I'm going back over, like there's a little piece right there. And then I'm going back over in more of a deliberate motion, you know. But you wouldn't have to. You could do it any way you want. I really like this because one of the reasons I love it, well, there's so many reasons, but one of the benefits is just how fast it dries. You saw me do this. We did this on when we did Joey card makers. We're working on the deck, the 52 card pickup Joey card maker. And it dries really quick. Okay, while I'm doing this, let's see, this is going to be on the 8th. Hopefully, I think what's going to happen is I'm going to have to get a new phone. I don't know what is happening with my phone, but it's not performing like it used to. And so it's taking absolutely forever to load a video to YouTube. I mean, like 2 days to load one video. And you know, when you're doing, especially when you're doing something like this where you know you're doing it by the calendar, and even though I do it ahead of time to get it on the right date, still I haven't been able to make it because it's just my phone's been taking too long. So I think this week I might have to get a new phone. I always dread that. You gotta, you know, try to figure it out if it's totally different, and they always feel different. And then you gotta buy the protective case, and everything's just, you know, make sure all of your apps are still on, and blah blah blah, you know, all the things somebody that's retired doesn't have time for, you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, isn't that pretty? Didn't that turn out pretty? Okay, I'm going to pause, and I'm going to dry it, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so, all right, so I dried it, didn't take but literally under 2 minutes. That's just still a little bit. And look, and it's such a pretty color. Now, I have to say that the Walmart coffee grounds have a little bit of a different color than my Dollar Tree coffee grounds. And I think I like the Dollar Tree better. It's not as yellowy. This is kind of a little bit, you can see it's a little bit golden. I mean, I do love it, but the other one is a little bit more brown. Okay, so that's going to be the inside. Now the outside is where I want to put my, make sure I can, you're in the focus here, or in the picture here. It's where I want to put some magazine pictures. So let's, I want to do like houses and stuff. So some of these are not necessarily houses. So I'm going to pull out, see some that I'm going to pull out here. So many fun things. Okay. I need to get some stuff into my glue book. All right. My idea in glue book. Okay. All right, so my thought is, okay, I think I'm going to have to take a sip of coffee to chat. All right, thank you. Okay, my thought is, what if we put like scenery towards the back, and then just start, and I don't know, do I have any more scenery? You know, like nature stuff. And then kind of think I want, maybe I want to start, because this is the book, this will be our journal cover, so maybe we go, oh yeah, I want it towards the back. Do I want it towards the back? Why don't I tear that in half? Kind of. So that if we decide we want some in the forefront, we do, and then we can have this in the back. So pretty. Okay. Right now I'm just kind of getting a little bit of a composition. I don't know. Because I wanted to have a ton of houses and stuff. So I think I got some of these out of like a travel magazine. That's what it looks like. So I'm going to work to keep a little bit of the pages. Okay. We'll see. Anyways, this is just a way for you to not spend a lot of money on, especially if you're new, brother. You don't want to spend a lot of money on stuff. And we all do. We all think that we need things, you know, to junk journal. I am so guilty. And you really just don't, you know. So here's proof. These are old magazines. Well, some of them are travel magazines that came in the mail. I don't know what some of this is. Okay, I think what I need to do is just start putting some stuff down, because otherwise I'm just laying and laying. So I know that's going to go on the bottom, and that's going to go. So I'm just looking at my layers here. It might not turn out the same way. It never does, because sometimes I'll take a picture, especially if I'm like doing it with fabric. I'll take a picture and then I'll try to replicate it. But with the video on, I can't really do that. So right now I am off to the side. I've got my glue book off to the side because I needed my full desk, and I'm using my Elmer's glue because I feel confident that it's going to be good for when I put the Mod Podge over it. Okay, this needed to go first. Oh, brother. All right, so you guys, I want to welcome all of our new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing and watching. We've received some new subscribers because of the ABC, hashtag ABC April 2025. And we've also received some new subscribers because of, if you saw that goofy video where I was outside, I was actually taking a video because I wanted to share it with my sister, share it with Kathy about all the rain we're getting. And I'm out on the front porch and I hear the thunder. I don't ever think anything about the thunder. And then literally across the street, lightning struck. I mean, all the way down. I don't know what it hit because there were some trees in the way, so I couldn't quite see. Maybe it hit something on the railroad track or something, you know. I don't know. But I mean, if you saw that video, I practically dropped my phone. I didn't drop it, but I almost did. Okay, I'm trying to be mindful of the seam because, you know, it has to be able to bend. So that one's going to need to go completely over. Anyway, so I did receive some subscribers because of that. And so welcome everybody, regardless if if you're subscribing because of maybe craft or junk journaling or outside the little yellow house and the thunder. We're just so grateful to have you and you know, share with you. So, and if you've never junk journaled before and you just happen to be here because you saw that lightning video, yuck, look at this glue. Oof, that is done, man. Yikes. Anyways, maybe you'll decide to junk journal, or here in a little bit I'm getting ready to start a quilt. You know, maybe that's something that you're interested in, and we're just glad to have you. We're just glad to have you. Okay, I'm grabbing this because I think I've got some glue on this. I don't want to drag it around with me every time I get my hand on it. Okay. All right. Okay, so I don't know if you can see these little teeny, see how nice I did cutting that out. I got this little teeny tiny thing here. So I definitely don't want that across the spine. It'd be nice to put it somewhere where you could see that detail that I cut, but it's just gonna go right there. Let's see how this one's doing. Not too bad. The only, yeah, so okay, so I'm using this Craft Bond Elmer's, and which I do use for collaging if I'm going to glue down or whatever. I've had this for a little bit, this glue stick, and it is kind of changing colors. So that's one thing that I've noticed that you don't get with the Uhu, and I don't know that that is anything that's going to show through, you know, so I don't think you have to be concerned that way about it. But okay. Oh, this was going to go under that. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Well, we'll figure something out. I think I've already layered it differently. That's fun. It can go all the way across. I don't know what it must have been like a European or something cruise or something that I got these from, because look at how this looks kind of Italian or something, Tuscany-ish. Okay. Well, do I have anything else that has any type of greenery? That one's already down. Pretty good. That would add some greenery. I'm going to just cut that guy off. It was fun. I can't remember when I did this, but I do remember cutting these, and I thought it was fun. And also, some magazines have, like, I can't remember which magazine, maybe Country Living, has that section where it has old houses, and you know, it talks about what they're for sale, and then it shows you like on a scale what they think it would cost to redo the house, you know. Okay, so this one, I want to see where to place it. So yeah, some of these came from that, and I always, oh man, I always look at them and I try to hide the price. Oh yeah, like this. See, here's the back. So I kind of want to say that's Country Living. I'm not sure. Anyways, I always try to guess how much, cover it up and try to guess how much it is. It's amazing the difference based on location, isn't it? Okay, let's see if we can find another little kind of farmhouse like this to put over in this area. These are all, that's pretty. Look at this. Christmas. Okay, that's a different one. I mean, is this the only farmhouse I have? Here's one. Always love those. This looks like an area that my grandparents used to live. All these old houses and the American flags. And let's see if I can find any more greenery. That would be pretty exaggerated, but let's just see what it looks like. I don't think I care for that. Okay. But, I mean, I like it, but not with this. Okay. Over here. What else do we have? Looks like I cut up an old book or something. Oh, I remember I got this book that I already have that I really like. It's called Flea Market Style, I think. Yeah, that's the Flea Market Style. I don't know if I was in picture there. Flea Market Style. And has all these wonderful pictures of things I love. But the cover was damaged, and so I cut a lot of it up. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah, so these are not necessarily houses or anything. These are, this particular section here are just things I like that go in my glue book, which one day that is what we need to do, is get my glue book. I started that glue book when I was hoping to have a store one day, and I was putting everything in it as to what I wanted to carry in my store, and then I did have a store, and that was amazing to be able to put things that I, had collected. Okay, so that'll cover up a lot of that space, and then I don't know. I guess that's fine, just like that. Try not to get it too close to the thing, and we can put something right here, a label or something, Where's that chicken? Oh, here's some more stuff. What's in here? Ooh, that's pretty. Is there any more greenery? Sorry for the glare, if you're getting a glare. Okay. Kind of like that better. Yeah, I think I like that better. Okay. Fun! Fun! So then what I'm going to do is I want to Mod Podge over it, and then I'll probably sew around, just around the perimeter here. I don't want it too low because I want you to be able to see it. Keep checking for that. Keep checking for that spine. I think I'm going to take this little barn off here. Where's my scissors? Keep that greenery. It's a hot commodity. I have glue on my fingers, so I'm not able to spin it as well. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So Joey is out goofing around, getting some stuff done. I saw on his list that he had a haircut on his list, so we'll see if that works, if that happens. I used to do his hair. I'd been a hairdresser for decades and still have my license, but I don't do it anymore. I just can't. I can't do it anymore. It's too hard on my body. So the last couple of haircuts, I retired completely from hair about 2 haircuts ago for Joey. Okay, so there's the front, and I think I'm going to put a label here. There's the back. Maybe I'll put something there. And I want to just tidy this up real quick. Get this all my little cuttings out. And, oh, there's a chicken. It's too big, I think, for what I want to do. Okay, I'm going to move that out of the way. Let me get my labels. Let's see, can you see that okay? Okay, labels. Okay, and this is another great way. So you can see here that I collaged this. This is another great way you can make a ephemera holder. All right, a label. Whoops. I like that. Not committed, but I like it. I don't think that shows up as well. No. As they say, I'm auditioning labels. I know that green goes well, but it's a little too samey for me. This might be too, yeah, I don't like that. Okay. I think the black's going to win. So kind of like to have something on the back, but I don't know what. I had a thought also. I like this, the size of that, but I don't like that color with it. I have no idea where I got these. They appear to be pre-made, and they're very, very, very thin. I might have gotten them as a gift from someone. So far, that little black one is the one. Okay. Those are words. I don't know. We might just leave it. Just leave it and let that poke through. Looks like that's what we're gonna do. The other thing, I had this little piece. Excuse the reach. And I thought, what if I glue that on? And then that would be where I poke the hole eventually. To maybe put a brad or whatever in for my ribbon. I don't know. No, I don't want to overcomplicate. Okay. After, 20 minutes of overcomplicating. So we'll just put this on here. Okay, so on my real journals, the journals that I actually use and write, when I have a label of some sort, and when I'm done, I will put on that journal, the date to and from. So for instance, I would put like, I don't know, November 2023 through January 2025. And then that way, when I want to look at my journals and go back and look at them, I can see, what the dates are. Okay, so now let's do the same thing, only this time I'm not going to antique it. I am going to just put some baby powder so it will be matte. And then, see that puff? That's what that person was talking about, so I stay away from that. I'll put a little bit of that in there. I'll put my Mod Podge in there. I will have a little, I keep putting my arm in front of you and I'm sorry about that. I will have a little bit of cream from this. Put that. I'm going to put a little bit of water to thin it down a little. Okay. Still have my water. It doesn't matter that it's not warm because I'm not trying to, I'm not using it on those coffee grounds. But I do want it to be a little bit thinner than the normal, the way the Mod Podge, you know, normally comes out. So you can see it's not going to be completely clear. There'll be a little bit of tinge based off of what's in that brush. Man, that brush holds a lot. How creamy that is, that color. I don't know if you can see that, but it's definitely not white anymore. Okay, it's almost smooth. Might put a little bit more Mod Podge in there. Not because I need it, not because I need more to glue, but for the formula. And then after I turn the camera off, I mean, I'll get all kinds of stuff out and Mod Podge. You know, I won't waste this. I'll look through my ephemera and see what can be, you know, what I can put a nice little coat on. A little sealer on it. Okay. It's kind of like a really fine latte color. But it's not as dark as the other. So, and again, I'm just kind of going back and forth over it just to see if there's any that are not adhered, like that little piece right there. Then we can Mod Podge that down. When you use this envelope, it is gonna be a little ripply where the, you know, that's just part of the envelope, but I'm not worried about it at all. I love the feel of it. It's interesting when you put this Mod Podge on how it just brings everything together, doesn't it? Really looks like it was all meant to be. Now again, because that talc is in there, this will not take long to dry. I'd love to show you in real time how long, but we'd just be sitting here watching it dry. And you know how fun that can be. So I will do this, and then I'll get my little heat gun. I'll go over it and then I'll come right back again. Going all the way to the edge just so it has a nice seal on that edge too. Only just to make it look nice. I don't need to seal the edge because we wrapped it around. Oops. All right, now I'm gonna pause, and I'm going to go over it real quick with my little heat gun, and I'll be right back. Okay, it's done. Nice and matte. Everything is connected. Didn't take long. One thing I do want to tell you is because I collaged, when I took my heat gun, you can use a hair dryer on low. And I went over it. Then I turned it and went again because some of the glue had, you know, was, what do I want to say? Like on each layer, the glue kind of popped up. And so I just wanted to make sure I was getting heat each direction. So I kind of moved it around a little bit. But I like how it turned out. I think it's going to be a really pretty journal cover. It feels amazing. So yeah, so, you know, this is how normal magazine paper looks. And now this is what it looks like. So anyways, hope you enjoyed that. I will probably do another quick video of me using this stuff up. So I hope you'll come back for that. Okay, everyone, don't forget we pray blessings over you and we want you to know you're so loved. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.